Up next on UBC, brought to you by
Hammam Spa and Salon. Drift to serenity.
Yes, indeed. Good evening and welcome to the best of the good life. I'm Drago. This is a program that brings you the best and finest personalities in this industry. Now, before I go any further, I must say that we are back at Hammam Spa and Saloon, which is located on Fairway Hotel. Now, if you take a closer look on the screen, you can see on the sides, that's their contact. Call them. Come for a booking, or you can call them directly and come for some services. They have the best in the business. They do massage, they do body scrub, they have weight loss machines, they do pedicure, manicure, to name but a few. Now, Uganda is definitely rich and endowed when it comes to talent. Today on the show, I have an incredible songwriter, and I'm going to prophesy this, multiple award winner, because definitely the awards aligned in the stars, like in the stars for her. She has been in the underground music for over 10 years, but now she's, of course, everybody knows her. 10 years can give you multiple experience. You can just imagine. With 10 years, she has honed her craft. She's become extremely talented. When I first heard her sound on radio, I was like, is this really Ugandan? Because her sound is so unique, and uniqueness is what we always vouch for. We are going to take a little commercial break and we return shortly, because EVON is right here and she looks so sparkling. You guys are gonna love her hairstyle. It's on fleek. Don't go anywhere. Please stay with us.
Come relax, indulge, enjoy, and experience the beauty of relaxation. Feel pampered and rejuvenated with our unique state-of-the-art massage chairs and weight loss machines. Hammam Spa and Salon is located at Fairway Hotel. For bookings, contact us on 0414-671-775 or 0701-323-212. Hammam Spa and Salon. Drift to serenity.
Certainly, I come to see how the enemy lies inside me.
Her rise to stardom started on DSTV Project Femme. You know, that's when people started raising eyebrows and be like, who is that girl? Later on, she started building a brand spontaneously, and that is what it takes to build a brand. With time after time, she released songs, she featured on projects, and it's funny because this is like a coincidence. Not so recent ago, I hosted a girl who was in the hostel, of which she did that soundtrack. If you guys have heard that, this is the lady for you. And now she is a mega brand, and as I say, recently she launched an album that had a lot of, it had like a big magnitude of people turn up to witness the talent she has. So with no further ado, please, I'm not going to raise any cliffhanger. Now I'm taking you straight to the guest. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you EVON.
Yay.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Fine, thank
Welcome
you.
to the show.
Thank you for having me and for the lovely tea.
And for the lovely tea. Look at you, you're getting a pedicure.
Yes.
From one of the finest hammams.
Beautification.
Beautification.
Yes.
I love your hair.
Thank you.
I had to talk about it in the introduction because when you came in, I
Yes.
was like, my God.
Personality of its own.
How long is that hair?
Very long. It's actually possibly my height.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But you had a success on your album launch.
Yes.
And well done.
Thank you. Thank you.
How was it?
It was a long time coming. It was really, really good. Everything that I hoped for happened. You know, the support, people coming, people listening and sharing the music. I'm really grateful for where the album has taken me. When I was writing it, I didn't see where it was going to take me, but it took me there. So yeah, it's a beautiful
because
thing.
listening to your music, it's like going on a journey. So where did this new album, New Me Now,
Yeah.
which kind of journey did it take the person to?
Well, basically, New Me Now is basically about transforming yourself, picking and choosing what is healthy, your highest good. And you can change at any one moment. I can change at any one moment. And I found myself at a point in my life where I wasn't happy with myself. I wasn't eating well. I wasn't looking after myself. And I really wanted to change, you know, I felt like I was stuck in a rut. So New Me Now was me claiming transformation and growth. You know, it was the whole album just about connecting to the divine that's in me, the divine that exists, you know, God, and growth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So before that, you had another album.
Yes,
which was
Lullabies
what?
for a Lion.
Lullabies for a Lion.
Yes.
And how was that different from New Me Now?
Lullabies, it actually recently just occurred to me that Lullabies is a precursor to New Me Now, though the genres are different. Lullabies was more of me identifying things that I was insecure about. There's the whole album Lullabies for a Lion was a concept of being brave enough to face life, being brave enough to sing to a lion. You know, those are things that I think most people struggle with, just being, you know, brave enough to face the unknown. Yeah. So Lullabies for a Lion was that uncertainty, and New Me Now is claiming with certainty that, you know, you can transform, you can be brave. There's nothing to fear because, you know, you have God by your side. That's what New Me Now is really about.
How important is appearance to an artist or musician? Because you appear like an artist. Somebody can just see you and be like, she's a performer indeed.
Yes.
How important is it?
I think it really is, but for me on a personal level, I'm just going through a period where I'm playing with a lot of things, trying to see what works. It's kind of like being a painter and you pick color red, yellow. You see what works, how you feel. And right now that is how I feel. I feel loud. I just feel like expressing myself this way. So yeah, as an artist, I feel like expressing myself with big hair and yeah.
You had over 10 years in the making.
Yeah.
I can say this. Some artists want to come in the industry and they quickly want to shine without, you know, taking time to, like, should I call it growth? Because the Project Fame, you just confessed that it was literally a fetus stage for you.
Yeah.
Up to the brand you are now.
Yeah.
I mean, how is it important for an artist to get time and discover themselves and become much more better?
It's really, really important, but I'm not one who believes that everyone's time is the same. Some people's time, you can spend a year in the industry and everything works out for you. Other people is 15. Time is not the same for everyone. Life experience is not the same for everyone. Someone's growth might occur in 6 months and you'd be shocked because they've put in the work.
Why? Based on logistics, why?
It's not really... I really am a strong believer in what happens for you at the right time is divinely timed. You can't really force things. Most of the times, like personally, when I wanted things to work out a certain way, I wanted this to happen, it never really happened that way. Yeah. But until, you know, I surrendered and accepted how certain things are, that things fell into place for me. So I can only speak from my own experience. My experience has been that time is relative for everyone. What works for someone might not work for you, you know? Yeah.
Okay. So, speaking about your rise into fame, is you have some quite interesting story. You have worked with multiple rappers. You have worked with so many musicians. And people don't know this.
Yes.
They just thought that because everybody that has seen you on posters around Kampala just thinks that you just...
I just came out of nowhere.
you just came out of nowhere. It's a midnight success or something like that.
No, I've been in the industry for a very long time. I've done hooks for a lot of the rap industry, for Clear Cut, for Inside Outside with Big Trill. Yeah, I've done a lot of stuff with The Myth and Enigma. I've been in the industry for a very long time, and the hip hop fraternity actually was kind of my home base for a very long time before I moved to Sweden. So I was much more an R&B hip hop person before I went to jazz and blues. So jazz and blues is something I grew up with as a child.
So how did you come, spoke of Sweden, how did you come to work in Sweden and work with those Swedish guys?
It was about 2009, I think. I was shooting a video for a song that never came out. Actually, no, I was shooting a video for a song that came out. The song is Road to Ginger, but the video never came out. And this...
What happened to the video?
Oh my God, it was a hot mess.
What?
I could write a book, but let's not go there. Yeah. I was shooting the video, and then a Swedish person, some white guy just said, you know, what are you doing? I was like, shooting a music video. What music do you do? And I said, you know, at the time I was really into Afro soul and jazz. And I was like, Afro soul, jazz. And he asked me who my influences were. I said Billy and Etta James and Nina Simone. And he was like, what? So then he gave me some of his music and told me, write on this. And because when something for me resonates, it's very easy for me to write and come up with stuff. So the next day I showed up and I was like, I've written. He's like, what? I'm like, yeah. So when I wrote the stuff, cut the long story short, he plays it for the guys in Sweden who he works with. He was a musician as well. Plays for the guys in Sweden, and they were like, come over, come. Yeah.
Yeah. So people might not understand this, but that's the same studio that has worked with Celine Dion and the others.
Yeah.
That did for you the first album.
Yes, Leonard Östlund, who mastered the album, actually worked for Polar Studios, which is one of the most recognized studios in Sweden. He's worked with ABBA, Led Zeppelin, Celine Dion. You know, it was just an honor. When he jumped on the project, I was like, okay, this is really, really something, yeah.
So let's go back before the fame,
you
know, before the music. What kind of a child were you growing up?
As a child, I was very, very mischievous. And I also was kind of quiet sometimes and isolated because, one, it took me a very long time to speak. It really did take me a long time to speak and to read. I had learning difficulties. At a certain point, my mom thought I had dyslexia. I think it was the travel I had growing up. There were, you know, mixture of languages, Luganda, English, French, and all these other things. So with the travel, my mind got muddled up a bit, so I didn't really didn't learn very quickly. Math was my worst subject.
Math is everybody's worst subject.
No, there are people I know who are genius at math. Math was the worst.
She will also tell you that math. Are you good at numbers, Sharifa? Somehow.
You see, not everyone. Me, I was terrible at numbers.
Yeah.
But yeah, as a child, I was very much into music. I think from the very beginning, everyone knew I was going to be a mudongo. Everyone knew, because I came out of the womb just music. You play music, I'll sing or dance, I'll pick up songs, and even if I couldn't articulate the words, I would be humming. So yeah, they knew that definitely EVON was going to turn out to be a musician.
Did you think it was something that was passed on you from your parents?
Definitely. My parents, both of my parents are very musical. My father actually taught me the first blues chords on the piano. My mom really was into a lot of piano playing. She sent us to learn classical piano. I quit when I was 11, not a smart idea. But yeah, we're quite musical. And I grew up with a lot of music around the house, the house, yeah.
Speaking of your influences now, I read one of them being Amy Winehouse.
Yes.
The one who passed on.
Yeah.
Why?
Amy was a genius. Amy embodied who the great jazz blues singers were. Yeah. She embodied Billy. She captured that era like nobody did. Most people would say that, oh, you know, she had a bit of white privilege, that she got away with it because she was a white girl sounding black. But there was something about her spirit that was quite free and open and honest and authentic in her expression. I don't think we'll ever have an artist like that, ever. I don't think. Yeah, because her writing, her singing was there. Yeah. Tragic loss, Amy. It was a tragic loss.
And when it comes to your childhood as well, which kind of schools did you go to?
Oh, I went
they
to a lot
musical
of school.
schools?
No, I didn't. I really desperately wanted to go to a musical school. My parents were like, look, EVON, so maybe Tabo, finish, graduate, the music, hold on to it. Yeah, so it was something I really wanted to do. I never did, except for the classical piano training. And yeah, but I went to Kampala Parents while I was here, and I went to Nabisunsa.
Yeah.
So I'm an old girl of Nabisunsa.
So where else did you study from?
There are a lot of schools. If I start listing
Do
them,
you
we
have
won't
some
finish.
abroad? Did you study abroad?
Yes, some schools, yeah.
Okay, which
Yeah.
are some of the schools? We need to give them credit.
Oh, well, I went to the British School of Brussels. Yeah, I went to the British School of Brussels. If I list all of them, there are a couple.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool, cool. So the kind of peers you heard when you're growing up, are some still there? Are they your friends?
I actually was a loner as a child. I do have some of my friends from, I think, Nabisunso who I still know. But yeah, I was pretty much a loner. I was very much a loner.
So now we're going to take a little commercial break, and we are going to be right back with Yvonne. Yvonne, who is a soul, blues and reggae musician, but she's so versatile, you guys. You're going to be blown away. I'm so fortunate enough to have her. We are going to talk about a lot, mostly about her album that just dropped recently. I want to scrutinize each and every song, starting from the very first one, Kampala. You know, as I told her that her music takes you on a journey, and a few musicians can manage to do that, produce music that takes you on a journey. You want to listen. When I listen to Kampala, this is my own perspective, when I listen to Kampala, it sort of introduces the city, traffic, activities, each and
Yes.
everything that happens. So
Yeah.
if a foreigner or anybody is listening to
Yeah.
it, I think they're able to understand, to
Life
get
in
a
Kampala.
glimpse of what Kampala is all about.
Yeah.
So don't touch that remote control. I'll be mad when you do. We'll return back shortly with Yvonne.
Come relax, indulge, enjoy, and experience the beauty of relaxation. Feel pampered and rejuvenated with our unique state-of-the-art massage chairs and weight loss machines. Hammam Spa and Salon is located at Fairway Hotel. For bookings, contact us on 0414 671 775 or 0701 323 212. Hammam Spa and Salon, drift to serenity.
All right, welcome back to the show. This is Chilling on UBC TV, the best of the good life. Now, what her mom is not doing to us, I'm telling you, I'm sipping on water. My guest is really sipping on a fine cup of tea, enjoying her pedicure. We're enjoying life. Life is too short. Let me take a sip. It's just water, guys. It's not anything else. Now, we have all had complaints about Ugandan music not having an identity. But right now, I'm really convinced, at least halfway convinced, that we have an identity through this young artist who is so talented, and she's not an upcoming. Please, Yvonne has earned it. She's not an upcoming. Your stage, Yajivuka. She's recently she brought out a album that mesmerized everybody. People were so fascinated with the sound, and we're going to shine more light on that album. It's called New Me Now. Yvonne is still here with me, and yeah, are you still enjoying everything?
Still on my ginger tea.
Yeah. Is every set that you go on like this?
No,
What is so unique with this
the
one?
ginger tea and pedicure. I love pedicure.
You feel pampered?
I feel pampered.
Okay, let us talk about your album.
Yeah.
Your album, New Me Now, give us some of the experience. How was it working on the album?
Well, it was basically I really dug deep. I sat and I just started to write songs. And previously, actually, to be honest, the album wasn't going to come out this way. I had been in discussions with people and they thought, you know, what you need, Yvonne, is to write love songs. People want to hear love songs. And, you know, I was not really in that space of love. And I've never really been able to write from a situation that I'm not in, you know. The whole experience of love for me was, at the time, foreign. So I preferred to write authentically what was authentic for me. So yeah, I had started to write these love songs that really didn't feel anything for me, and I moved on to New Me Now. I started to write, the first song I remember I wrote was Allergic to Bad News, because I was at a point where I wanted to just create a happy, positive vibe space for myself. And Allergic to Bad News was basically me professing and stating that this is what I want for my life. I want to be in a good space.
The creative process.
Yeah.
How is it like?
It was quick, because sometimes I'm not going to lie, it was really, really quick. I wrote those songs, I think, in a week.
Do you write your own music?
Yes, I write all my songs. I wrote the album in a week and I recorded it in 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the production team with...
In a week?
Yes.
How many songs? 10 tracks?
They were basically 8 songs, but 2 dub songs. But yeah, in a week I just sat down and I wrote. Because at that, when you get the ball rolling, that's what happens, you know. Sometimes when you start to write, the ideas just, you know, synapses are firing off you like this, that, the other. And when I'm in that space, it really, really helps, because I don't want to step back from what's happening. Because when you step back, then you can lose the vibe. It's so easy to lose a creative vibe. So it's better for me to do things quick, and yeah.
What happens when you get a writer's block?
Oh my
how do you deal
God,
with that?
that's like, oh, I hate writer's block, but it happens. I tend to do walks. I like to do walks, go to nature, quiet, meditate, yoga. Sometimes I will listen to people who inspire me, but there's also a danger as a creative person for me to absorb those ideas. So there are also periods where I decide not to listen to anything. I'll go through very many months of not listening to any song, because I don't want to be influenced. I want something to come organically, you know. Yeah.
You're surrounded by a lot of people that are doing Afrobeats.
Yes.
Hasn't that ever influenced your choice in the kind of music that you put out?
Well, to be honest, I quite enjoy the Afrobeat, and I would love to do some Afrobeat fusion, funk, jazz, something Fela would have done. You know, for me, I'm not a believer in putting things in a box, you know? I'm not a believer in putting things in a box. I like diversification and creativity, just being open to a whole space of things. So, no, the Afrobeat thing, definitely love it. I like that it's there. It also creates space for me who doesn't do it and to appreciate it, you know? Yeah.
So, is there any video that is coming out from the album? Have you prepared to shoot any videos?
Yes, we're working on a video. I'm not going to say when, I'm not going to say who.
Ooh, you want it to be a surprise?
Yes, and I'm so excited.
So what else haven't we talked about? If you need to convey anything out to the world, because...
Oh, basically, the album is available on Tidal, Spotify, on Apple Music.
Yeah.
The New Me Now is out there and ready for purchase. Actually, if you want a physical CD, it's available at Feza Design Hub for 50,000.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. So how can they follow you? Do you have...
Oh, you can find me on Twitter at Yvonne the Singer, Instagram at Yvonne the Singer, on Facebook, Yvonne Uganda. Yeah.
Before we go, now we introduced a new thing that you guys are gonna love. We brought what they call a hammam pillow of fame. You guys know a wall of fame or something like that. So before any guest goes off the set, we give them a liberty of signing on this pillow, just to leave a stamp and a mark to show that they have been here and they have, this is it. How huge, have you seen how huge this pillow is? So you get the marker right here. Thank you, Lawrence.
Thank you.
So you get to sign anywhere you are. And by the way, you're the first one.
I'm the first one. This is important.
Ooh. I like that. Is this your signature?
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes.
So Yvonne has signed on this pillow, and she's the very first one. We are going to keep on having a lot of signatures on this pillow to make sure at the end of it all, we're going to auction it. Maybe give it to the best chilling fun. I mean, you're going to have to work for this because a lot of people are going to sign on this. Celebrities, our guests, people that you don't know, people that you've seen. Wow, thank you very much for sticking with us. This is Chilling. You know the dates that it usually shows. It shows Saturday, 7:30 p.m. and repeats every Tuesday at 10:30 a.m. You can catch our repeats. You can catch us on our social media. Go on our Facebook, that's Chilling UBC TV. You can as well go on our Twitter, that's at Chilling UBC TV, or on our YouTube channel. Until next time, thanks, much appreciation goes to the team, Brian, Lawrence, our managers, each and every person, our editors, our producers, most importantly, that come up with this great packaging. Thank you, and catch you next time.